Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it's Wednesday, so happy Wednesday. A couple of things to get to before we get into this Speed Duel Spotlight. First and foremost, I would like to apologize. I messed up this week. On Sunday, I released Sunday's video and Monday's video. Those were not supposed to be released at the same exact time on the same exact day. Big mistake, my fault. It happens. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my friend Bandits. Hopefully you guys maybe go check his streams out. He streams every now and again. It's pretty fun. Speed Duel. I still do not have more than one set of the new Speed Duel sets. So in order to make the 3x decks, if they don't come in by the end of this, by the end of the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take what I do have, and I'm going to take additional copies and or make proxies. And at least to give you guys the lists, we're going to do it that way. My card shop, the OTS, does believe he's going to get them. Actually, the day this is filming, maybe Thursday. And as long as we get it on Thursday, we won't even worry about it. We'll just sleeve up the new cards, and we'll start making everything from that moment using just the Speed Duel stuff. And then, of course, once we've gotten the 3x builds out of the way, we should have no problem. The cards should absolutely be in my dungeon, at which point we will be able to move forward with the 3x tournament. And then everything will just be amazing like it usually is. So thank you for your considerations on that. Without any further ado, let's get this Speed Duel Spotlight, right? So today, and I really wanted to do this during the weekend, but of course I didn't want to interrupt the tournament. I also didn't expect to miss debut stuff. Today we are going to be playing around with the card Dyna-tank. A couple good reasons. I think this is going to be semi-tech. I don't think this is going to go crazy places, but this is definitely a card worth keeping your eye out, especially during the time period where these cards are all still fresh. When these cards are all still fresh, this is a card that's actually going to dominate a little bit. It is a, let's see, 7-star Earth Machine. It's got a question mark by 2100. The recipe to make this is a machine plus any dinosaur, so it's very generic two ways. Gains attack equal to the original attack of the dinosaur used for the fusion summon. Now, we can put a stop real quick. If we were to use Waking the Dragon trap card to special summon this, this means it's actually going to come out with 0 attack, since it was not properly fusion summoned and there was no dinosaur used. So just a little side note, you won't see this in a lot of my decks, just some special ones. Then the rest of this is you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. First effect, when a card or effect is activated that targets this one card on the field and no other cards. As a quick effect, you may target one other card on the field that would be an appropriate target to that card or effect. That card or effect that targets this now targets the new card instead. I can't remember if this is Fiend's Hand Mirror, Fairy's Hand Mirror. It's one of those old Hand Mirror trap cards. But essentially, like if there was a, like just a destroy spell. Like let's say I have 2 monsters, and this is equal with something else, and my opponent uses Fisher, and they're like, well, I get to choose, so I'm going to choose the Dyna-tank, and I'm going to be like, no, you're going to choose the other one. Something like that. Anything that would be an equipment card. Anything that could be equipped to him. Any quick plays like Shrink. You can go ahead and you can do this to another monster that's a target. And again, when it comes down to something like Shrink, let's reread it. You can target one other card on the field that would be an appropriate target. If your opponent throws a Shrink at this guy, you can throw the Shrink straight back onto one of their monsters because it is an appropriate target. It doesn't need to always be an appropriate target that you control. So again, just max it out, read the card, get the wording, enjoy the effect. And then again, just reassign said effect. Last effect, and this one works even if it was Waking the Dragon summoned. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, and again, card is effect and or battle, doesn't matter. You can special summon a dinosaur from your graveyard. Now this is great. If you're playing a dinosaur deck, this is really good. Obviously, the Dyna-top, I think it was. Give us a half second. This should be Hasselberry. It's Dyna-base, actually. is the machine that they give you. And again, like if your life is lower than your opponent's, you can special summon this. During the main phase, you can fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using this and other cards in hand and field as material. So really, this Dyna-tank does some really cool things for you by not only being the material, but also a catalyst, having a sweet 2100 defense value. So you can set it and forget it. It's 4 stars, so you can just summon it whenever. And it can special summon, which leads into other plays later too. So you do get this really sweet card along with it to play it. So again, it makes sense in like any dinosaur build. But what if I want to play it in, say, my own deck? And it's not dinosaur. Well, I can just add any machine. Remember, it's generic. So we can play cards like the Card Trooper. We can get the mill effect. We get this guy up to like 1900. And then if he gets destroyed by battle or destroyed and sent to the graveyard, then we get to draw a card, which wouldn't happen if we're fusing him. But it's good to know that we have this guy as an option, which does bring it a little more streamlined, a little more mainline. Again, you can use things like Cyber Dragon if you want to. Don't be afraid to mix this up and use this card how you want. Okay? I'm only ever giving you guys guidelines. I'm never telling you 100% this is the only way to play. Because this is Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. You can do whatever you want so long as the cards let you. Which brings in my next point. Super Polymerization. This guy's a super poly trap. So, first off, Super Polymerization. For those of you who may be new to the game, it's a quick play spell card. You discard a card to activate it. Since it's quick play, it could be on the opponent's turn. You get to fusion summon 1 fusion monster out of the extra deck by using cards from the field. Not hand in field, the field. But it lets you use your opponent's side too. So it is both sides. It's good. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. It's like a semi-spell speed 4 type deal. It does kind of sort of stop the chain link right with it. And again, if we're running dinosaurs, great. All we got to do is tag a machine. Again, Card Trooper, Cyber Dragon, these things are going to be pretty common. If we're playing the machines, and again, right now you figure Hasselberry just got 2 new skills, bunch of cool new dinosaurs. You even got the Dyna-tank stuff going on. Well, you could do this to your opponent. You could wait till they set up their own Dyna-tank and another dinosaur, and you could just snap it with Super Poly. And then because Super Poly isn't actually like a destroy effect, Dyna-tank won't resolve on their side of the field. You'll just create your own Dyna-tank from their Dyna-tank plus their dinosaur, and then no extension effect, which is cool. Or, and hear me out, guys, we can influence this entirely on our own. We can play cards like Card Trooper and Cyber Dragon all day. What if we were to play Dahlgren, the Mad Flame Kaiju? Again, he's our only Kaiju right now, as far as speed duelists go. But he's a dinosaur, my friends. Remember, when I was doing the chemistry in motion, I was able to search this guy. So, like, this could be like this whole tech chemistry in motion build again. We can go ahead, we could play lots of copies of Dahlgren. We could play lots of copies of Super Polymerization. We could play a lot of Cyber Dragons and Card Troopers. We could have a lot of fun with this. But what we could do is we can influence whether or not the opponent is going to have the dinosaur for us. And as long as we can put this dinosaur on our opponent's side of the field, we can then summon our own, machine. Maybe we've already got Side Drag. Maybe we've already got Card Trooper out. It's all good. Then we hit the Super Poly into our Dyna-tank. And then just real quick, let's throw this back. Dahlgren goes to our discard pile because he's our monster card. Just because we summon him over to the opponent's side of the field doesn't mean that's where he's going to resolve us into their graveyard. Resolves into my own graveyard. So when you destroy my Dyna-tank, I get Dahlgren back. Which could be messy if you're playing your own Kaiju. Because, then I have a Kaiju on my side of the field. You could just summon your own copy of Dahlgren. Which is neither here nor there. But as long as I do these two, if I were ever to play this card in that same tech build, now I'm able to look forward to also getting another copy of this after this gets split and this guy comes back and going into another Dyna-tank without needing the other Dahlgren to your side of the field. Or maybe I'll do it anyway. And Super Poly again. It's a cute little setup. It's a nice little package. I love the way that they keep giving us cards to help further and build new strategies and make these older cards worth as much as playing all the newer cards. So this is it. This is my Speed Duel Spotlight for the week. I hope that you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, do the things, don't do the things, guys. Like, comment, sub. It shows a lot of support to the channel. Again, do it only if we've earned it. If we have, great. I'm glad to have you on Team Casual. If not, I'll try to earn it again next time. I hope by the next time that we have this, I've got the extra 2 boxes. I hope that I'm able to go ahead and do it without doing a bunch of different colored sleeves. But we are going to start the 3 times builds probably this Friday. So full disclosure, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get those decks to you one way or the other. We're either going to do it with like my regular black sleeve cards or maybe even some of my blue sleeved common charity cards. And we're going to mix it in with these. Since we're not playing, it doesn't really matter that they're marked. Since they're going to be stuff that was in the set, I feel like that's also forgivable. If it's not, well, yell at Konami and make sure that they get their supply chain thing right. So this way the whole Eastern Seaboard of the U.S. didn't receive 1 box a week late per OTS. Until next time, guys, have a lovely day. Do some mental health work, okay? You guys are worth it. And yeah, just later.